Hello everyone, welcome to Yamaguchi Japan Speaking YouTube Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Issa. This is episode 85 or 85. Recently, I'm concerning about the publish of a book. Not my book, and there is a lot of books in the world, especially in Japan. There is at least there is a lot of books, and some of my colleagues and one of my colleagues bought or borrow a book which is about the learning of English, and which is based on which is based on the science of the brain science, and their colleagues say on the YouTube through YouTube, the book is a book says the grammatical the exercise which is we Japanese, almost all Japanese learned in junior high school and high school, is just the wasting time training. That kind of anyway, the foolish, that kind of training. And according to the book, we learn English as a first language, like getting the ability of their mother tongue to manipulate real English, to think English or speak English, so that we have to, if we got to achieve that kind of point, we learn English without any grammatical exercise, and we have to learn and like a baby learn a first language. But I think it's absolutely foolish. That book is foolish. We are not the baby in the first place, so we already lost the brain of baby, which is absolute blank about language. So it is impossible to, at least it is a very different situation. Babies learn English or first language, mother tongue, and they're adults, or at least the junior high school student. I think as a language point of view, the junior high school students can speak English, but babies just right from birth. It's different. The babies cannot speak Japanese fluently, but junior high school students and elementary school students can speak Japanese fluently without any grammatical mistakes. You've already know that kind of a thing, the kind of a fact. In that point, it is impossible to impossible. There, at least it is incorrect. Their book says, and so I think there is a very different matter, and so we have to think very critically about the book, because there's a lot in Japan. There's a lot of people who want to speak and or manipulate English. But they all, especially the adults, have that kind of feeling that I would like to get very fluent English skill, but I didn't like the grammatical matters, especially within the classes in junior high school and high school. When I was junior high school, when I was junior high school student and high school student. That kind of notion, I think that kind of desire lead to the publishing company to publish that kind of books, and the people want to read, people want to know the fact that the English class in junior high school and high schools were not correct method. There is a lot of more enjoyable methods to learn English. They know that kind of thing. So, in other words, they are very bad learner, because they don't want to take burden to master something. Not only English, I think, but English about English-related market is very big. That's why there are a lot of books about how to learn English, or the textbook about learning English, which is advertised as a new method to learn English without any burden or hardship. You can do this method enjoyably, But I think it is wrong, because, to be honest, I know some people who master English, almost master English, or who have a very high level English skill, and to got the high score of TOEIC test or other English examination, that kind of high level English. Anyway, people who can manipulate English or use English fluently, that kind of people, had very strict training terms. They, of course, they enjoy learning English sometimes, but they sometimes hate to train train on English, I think. But during that kind of hardship, they never give up to continue English training. At least, I think for 3 years or something, some terms, they have had strict training. They take on voluntary. Voluntary is very important. I think, but they take voluntary absolute hardship, and sometimes they spitted blood. Yeah, I think so. I believe so. In my case, to be honest, I did so too, to be honest. Although my English is not so good too. I cannot say my English is fluent. But anyway, the publishing is, we have to doubt their publishing itself. So why the book exists in this world, in Japan, people almost all people want to learn English, but they don't don't want to take burden. I think I cannot. I have to declare. I cannot agree. I cannot recognize that kind of people are good learners. I can't admit. Yeah. And they never get high level English skill or anything, not only English. That's the truth of publishing, I think, nowadays. Unfortunately. And this tendency is more powerful compared to 5 years ago or 10 years ago. People getting more and more want to, and they're very good method, seeming good method, seeming be good method, but it is without any burden. But real good method is, in the first place, we have to take burden, hardship. In that premises, in that notion, without that notion, any methods is useless. Okay, that's what I would like to say this episode. My college is a little bit hectic, I think, because he just believe what their book says. We have to think about why their book is published, and why their book, for example, that says the strict training is necessary for learning a language, are not published so much that people don't want to read that kind of books. That's the answer. Okay, thank you for listening to Speaking Tube Radio. Have a nice day. Bye later.